Now let's go over the easy rotate. Easy rotate basically says what it does. It's helpful with rotation. I tend to want to work with rotation degrees instead of 0 to 1, and that's what this material function is for. So now I can just plug this in, and let's say I want to rotate it 45 degrees. Let's rotate it 45 degrees. In case you don't want these weird edges, you can just click on the texture, set it to clamp, and it won't do that there. Obviously, you can also add a time to that. Let's multiply it a little bit so it's going a little bit faster. And there. Maybe a little bit more than 2. There we go. Now it's rotating from 0 to 359, then back to 0 again. Now if you want to change the rotation center, let's grab a factor 2. Let's say I want to rotate from top. I might have to disable the clamp at the moment. And now the rotation point is exactly in the top left corner. If I want it at the top right corner, obviously I can set it like this. And now the rotation value is exactly here. And back to the center again. There. Another thing you can do is play with UVs. Basically it's only to change the UV channel or the tiling. I mean, you can just grab a texture coordinate node and set the tiling to 2. So as you can see, the rotation is somewhat over here. The rotation center, so we want to change that as well. In this case we want 1, 1, I guess. And now the rotation center is back in the center again. Okay, what else can we do with the texture coordinate node? I wonder. We can always use my UV distortion, plug it in and see what it does. And as you can see, there's now some additional distortion applied to the rotation. I'm going to make it a little bit more clear so you can actually see what's going on. There. And you can do quite some cool things with it. Now, you could go a little bit further. This is just experimental, but let's say I have a linear gradient. There, I'm gonna blur up the U value with a 0 to 359 and plug that into the rotation degrees, and you'll squash and squabble the texture. Minus 39559. And you can play around and make different effects with that same texture. It's quite fun. 180 to minus 180. Actually, 0, 1 is fine. And now I have a new texture, kinda. It's just to play around with, and sometimes playing around with material functions gives you the nicest result, and this is a good example of that. Alright, I hope that helps. Take care.